Okay, so you see how to use the videos and how they explain things. So I wanted to go over one thing. As you're going through the videos, you're going to be asked to know or expected to know reference information, right? So where do you get that information? What you see in front of you is the St. Paul School of Nursing Health Support website. The link is in the chat for the website. If you come here, you get all the tools you need to remember those formulas and things like that. All right, so where are they on the website? Well, if you come to the top, right, you'll see the links to each page. Go to the Learning Self-Learning Program Tools link and click on that. And then you scroll down to the second half, the bottom half of the page. Now, the way this web page is formatted, right, each of the tools are actually a link. And the paragraph here explains to you how to use the tools, right? So this is a link here, has the information guide, and this paragraph explains how to use the information guide, right? And each of those paragraphs are connected to a picture. So you can easily keep track, all right? So we want to go down to the second picture, right? And this is where we get our tools for conversion factors, formulas, and things like that. This paragraph again explains how to use the link. The link is right here where it says here's the link. So let's go ahead and click on the link, right? And this form pops up. Now, if you scroll down the form, you have about 3 pages here, and they give you the information you need. The first page is a temperature formula, which you need to know. All right, let's make this a little bit bigger for you guys. 1 second. All right. And as you can see, it's a temperature formula. And not only is it a temperature formula, it explains to you how to go between the two temperatures. On the left side, it gives you a formula to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius. And on the right side, it gives you a formula to go from Celsius to Fahrenheit. And then it gives you an example on how to use that on either side. So if you follow example, right, the numbers may be different, but the steps will be exactly the same. And you'll be able to use this as a guide to get to your answer. Okay, so these are the temperature formulas. Now we come down to the next page. We have the conversion factors. So let me bring this back to normal size now for you guys. All right, and I'm going to explain to you how to download. This is free information that we provide at the website. I'll explain to you how to download this once we're done going over what's here. Okay, so on the next page, we have all the conversion factors. Now, there's about, I guess, maybe 20 conversion factors listed here. These are the ones that pop up the most often. There may be one or two that are not here, but you can always derive a conversion factor by using, by going from one to another. For example, if I wanted to go uh, from from kilograms to ounces, right? I would use the first conversion factor that goes from kilograms to pounds, and then the second conversion factor here that goes from pounds to ounces, right? That's how you can do that. All right, so you can find it's enough to find any conversion factor you're asked on a quiz. Now the question is, some people say, well, what if I don't know all of these conversion factors right now? You will, okay? And this is what the important thing is, that you practice doing these in practice exams. Every time you practice, you remember more and more of it. And they don't use all 20 on these exams. They use like maybe 5 or 6. So as you practice, you're going to get more and more familiar with those 5 or 6 that they're using. And in that way, you're going to actually start to remember it without even needing the sheet. You're going to find that after a couple of times of practicing, you won't even need the sheet. Okay. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to bring the sheet with you to the exam. But fortunately, you're allowed to practice as much as you want. And we'll get in more into practicing later on. All right. The next page will show you what's called prefixes. Now, these are numerical prefixes. In the vocabulary section, they have different types of prefixes, but these are numerical prefixes. And the prefixes are listed here along with their equivalent values. So you see, for example, milli at the bottom of this list is a prefix. It represents the number 10 to the negative 3, or if you want to see the numerical value, it's 0.001. Okay. So whenever you see a prefix milli used in to describe a number, you simply multiply uh, the value, the number to the left of that milli by 0.001 to convert it to the regular units. Okay, we'll probably go over an example of that. And then on the last page, we have Roman numerals. This doesn't pop up that often, but we put it there just in case it can pop up. And it's a listing of Roman numerals from 1 to a million. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so now how do you download this? Or how do you save this? So once you go to the website, you come here, you open up the form. All you need to do is go in your web browser. All web browsers have this option, and click print. Right now, in the print option, see this little drop down here. Mine says save as PDF as a default. Others may have different things, but you can always just click the drop down and go and select save as PDF, right? And then you hit save, and it will save the entire form in a PDF document format for you. Okay, right? And then you can download to any file you want to electronically you want on your computer, and that's it. All right, guys. So that's how you get the listing, and please use that. Another tool, and vocabulary list you can make on your own. All right. Hold on. Let's do that in another video. All right. But for now, let's focus on you know, this list, the math section, right? And if you need to get this, I advise everybody go ahead to the website and download a PDF for their convenience. All right. Okay. So I hope that helped. If it did, great. If it didn't, you can feel free to ask questions in the chat. Thank you very much.